Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. So I am going to be leaving FSC and I have to prepare the farm today because we are going on a summer 2025 auction tour, and it is going to be the most horse auctions I've ever gone to in a row before. And I am so excited to bring you along with me to all of these horse sales. So the entire goal of this is to find a new horse to bring home to Free Spirit Equestrian, because as most of you know, Mushu and Lumiere have now officially found homes and we are so happy for them. Also, early in the year, Beauty found a wonderful family after they visited the retreat and fell in love with her, and she is doing so well. And then our lease horse Lightning ended up moving forward and finding a home as well. So his owner wanted to bring him back and find him a home, and that's exactly what happened, which means we now have some space. Plus, we know that Arlo's here, but of course he won't be here long term because I don't own him and he is technically here to get back in shape. So we got Fantasia, we got Tiana this year. So let's see what ends up happening. I am freaking out. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to look for at the sales. I'm going to show you how I prepare when I'm going to be leaving the farm, because I'm going to be gone for a while, not a super long time. I will end up coming back in between a few sales, but I'm going to be gone for a decent portion of time. So can't wait to take you along on this adventure and journey, all in the hopes of finding a new FSE horse. All right, first things first, I have to stock up on grain. So I'm getting ready to head to town. It is super early morning and we're going to be going to Tractor Supply. I don't want to unhook my truck from the trailer, so I'm going to put everything in the Mustang. I got to adjust the seat because I think Kyle was driving this last. So yeah, we're going to go to Tractor Supply. We're going to get some grain. And I have a million things to do today. It's going to be crazy. And plus, we have a mini event going on at the farm, and I have to set up for an event that's going to be taking place while I'm gone. So I'm going to show you all of this. I'm going to show you, how I prepare to leave the farm. I think that's a big thing. And I don't know if I've ever really showed that before, and what I have to do, especially if I'm going out of town for more than a couple days. But first, I need to go get some coffee because I am tired and I need a boost. I just got to the coffee shop, so I'm actually going to sit down here and plan the entire schedule for when I'm going to be gone. Basically, instructions for Natalie and Aaron, who are my assistants that run the farm when I'm gone. Lessons are still going to be going on. Nothing's going to stop just because I leave. So I basically have to plan everything out and just give them that schedule and make sure they're up to date on everything that's going on with the horses and lessons. I'm going to sit in the coffee shop and do this because Tractor Supply doesn't open for another 30 minutes. All right, we're at Tractor Supply. We're going to load up on horse grain and anything else we need for the animals. I decided to name our new cat. So when I see him at the barn, I'm going to show you him and tell you what his name is going to be, the new barn cat we found. If you don't know about that, I'll tell you later. So I've been feeding the Triple Crown Senior to Jiminy and Bagheera, and then also still feeding the complete pellets as well. So we're going to grab a bunch of these bags. Okay, and then Kyle will have to come get more because he's not going to be with me the whole time when I'm leaving, but this should be good for a few days. All right, we got the grain. Time to go home, unload it, feed the horses, and take care of the kitty. And then I'm going to go for a ride because I got to school and train before I'm going to be out of town. All right, I just got back. Take care of the kitty and tell you about him. Hi! Good morning, Figaro. So that's what we're going to name him. So if you follow my Facebook, I showed a video. This cat literally just came walking up to me when I was tacking up Fantasia. And long story short, basically, apparently somebody down the road spotted this cat before and nobody claimed him. So he's an unfixed male. We're trying to get into the vet because he has, some type of eye infection. I want to show him your eyes, but you won't. Yeah. He has an eye infection. He was really skinny. He's already been putting on weight the past few days. And yeah, I decided to name him Figaro. We will get him scanned for a microchip and just make sure, he doesn't have a home. But I think somebody sent out flyers around the area a couple weeks ago or so saying they didn't want this cat, but it's friendly and nobody claimed this cat, and it was the cat in the pictures. So yeah, during the day he stays in the office so he has more space, and then when lessons are going on or we're feeding or whatever, I do put him in the crate. We're gonna clean this out right now. Literally, I will clean it and 1 second later he gets it so messy. And normally we actually do leave his food out when he's in the office, but I think we forgot to pull it out last night. But anyways, yes, so he has a safe space if he wants to go in there. And I'm really excited. I'm hoping he sticks around. Hi. honey. Hi. I know, your poor little eye. So I've been calling the vet. I can't get in yet, but we will. We'll get him all fixed up. And it's just crazy how we were talking about a barn cat, and then he literally just waltzed up to me. I know, honey. Poor baby sweetie. Figaro. We're going to get you all healthy again. You're already looking better. And I've been deworming him. And yeah, so I'm hoping he'll just stick around once we get everything figured out. But you're supposed to keep them in an enclosed area for a couple weeks to let them know, you know, this is where they're going to be fed, and to try to get them to stick around. So hopefully when he's neutered and knows all that, he'll stay around here. So yeah, that's the update. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, I just got your food. Hi. Look I just got your food. There you go, baby. Clean the litter box. Wiped down the crate and everything. Cleaned his bowl. All right, he's got a little pillow for when he is in the crate. Like I said, he's going to be out of the crate most of the time, except when I'm feeding the horses or people are coming in and out a lot. We have it covered, even though he loves to like have attention and come over to people, super friendly. He loves to sit in this chair. He's mainly going to be out, so he also has another little cat bed if he wants to go in there and put his food right there. I am going to put him back in the crate because I'm getting ready to feed the horses and bring all the grain in, but so far so good. All right, got all the grain unloaded, and now I'm going to go ahead and feed the horses. Are you horse lovers so excited for the auction tour? Tell me like what your thoughts are. I'm going to be going literally all over the place, like different states, multiple different states, and completely different sales. So tell me what you think in regards to what type of horse we should get, you know, just for fun. Obviously, it's going to come down to like what works best for the program, for myself, for the students, you know, and just our overall like balance. But what are your thoughts? I really want to know. All right, guys, I'm going to feed you. Fantasia, we're going to go for a ride. I'm always like totally crazy the day before I'm going to leave, especially if it's more than a few days, but I'm actually feeling pretty chill this time. That's good. That's a good sign. Currently, I have 10 horses here on site at FSC, so of course, I'm getting all of their food ready individually. So the horses all get oil besides Arlo because he's a little bit chunky. I could not open that bag. Oh my gosh, that was rough for a second there. But anyway, so I'm getting everybody's food prepped and putting it in a stall or wherever I'm gonna feed them. So feeding usually takes me about a half hour to 45 minutes, just depending on the day and what's going on. And then afterwards, I have to pick up all of the bins and then make sure to rinse them out. So I really enjoy feeding. It's actually very like therapeutic for me. All right, let's start bringing horses in. Hi. You guys ready to eat? All right, we got Tiana. She came running over. Miss Boss Mare. Let's go ahead. You're looking like a hot mess, Tiana, but she's been doing good. All right, now we got Jiminy Cricket. Good boy. Okay, we got Prince Naveen. I rode him yesterday. He was so good, and he's been doing some lessons with the students. This week was canter work, and he did a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of how far he's come. We got gorgeous Fantasia. She's really filling out. We're actually gonna go for a ride on her after feeding. Right here, girlie. Right there. Gorgeous Gaston. I can't even explain how sweet and how much I love him. I know I just said that in a recent video, but if you guys only knew like how incredible this horse is. Oh, he's just a big old gem. Yes. Gaston's gonna eat out here. So we feed a little differently each time. Essentially, sometimes we bring all of the horses in. Sometimes we feed some outside, some in. Sometimes, you know, they're split up between the different lots. It all just depends. Today I'm bringing most of them in besides like 3 horses. So Gaston doesn't normally eat over here. But yeah, good boy. You're so pretty. All right, we got Arlo. Bring you in, bud. Pretty boy. Got Miss Bagheera. Gonna take her to the small lap to eat. Good girl. There you go, gorgeous. So as I was saying, most of the horses are on the complete feed. And then some of the ones that, you know, just need a little help keeping weight, whether they're older or something along those lines, they are on the Triple Crown Senior. And then everybody is on oil besides Arlo because he's a chunker. Hi, baby. Last but not least, Dodger. You ready to come in and eat? Now we got Dodger coming in. He says, I'm so much better about the barn now. Yeah, he's a good boy. Ezzy and Ariel are gonna eat in here right now because I'm gonna go ahead and drag this lot, get it all ready, clean it before we're gonna go. Plus we're gonna put a round bale out. So normally I don't feed them over here, but like I said, sometimes it's different each time. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and ride, or not ride, lunge Ezzy and Ariel. Not riding yet, too young. So we'll have a little lunge sesh. Should be fun. Ezzy, you already knocked that over? What are you doing? You're crazy. All right, I'm on the four-wheeler. Let's get this done. Leaving the farm, it's not hard, but it's not easy. All the planning you got to do and stuff. All right, the dry lot's all clean. Time to turn the horses back out. All right, so I'm gonna do a lunging session with Esmeralda. I wanna do some training with them before I go out of town. I've been working with them almost every single day. So when I'm gone, they'll get a little bit of a break, but that'll be good. So definitely gotta work with them today. What are you doing, gorgeous? All right, let's go ahead and lunge. It's always when I film the good stuff and it's like awesome, I don't get it on film. Yeah, we're just gonna do simple lunging today. I just wanna get them moving a little bit. I don't have tons and tons of time, but we gotta do something. All right, come on, phone, you got this. Good. Good girl. Good job, baby. Good job. Good girl. Good job, Ezzy. Good girl. Good girl. That was a nice job, Ez. All right, short and sweet. That was awesome. I forgot a treat, but I'm gonna give you some grass. All right, Ariel, you ready? You ready? Good job. Good Nice job. Okay, that was great. I had so much fun. Now it's time to ride Fantasia. That will be my last horse of the day because I rode Fantasia yesterday. I worked them. I rode Naveen. I rode Tiana. And yeah, so everybody's good. Plus, like I said, there's still going to be things going on even when I'm gone. There's going to be lessons. There's going to be a couple events. And yeah, we're going to stay busy. Good girl. And Dodger got his herd privileges back. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So far, so good. He's been out here for like a week. No issues with the ladies. So stay on your best behavior, bud. All right, Fantasia. Ready to go for a ride? Groom tack her up, show you a few clips. Been working a lot on canter work and just, you know, overall balance, getting her comfortable. Been doing circles, different variations within our gaits. So just focusing on that kind of thing. I am going to have Natalie ride her a little bit while I'm gone. She's been doing great. Like I'll ride her solo. I'll ride her in a group lesson. But yeah, so far I'm the only one that's ridden her. I'm letting her little bridle path grow out. It looks so funny right now. Okay, so let me just groom her, tack her up, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right. You're not too dirty today. So yeah, when I go to the sale, I am pretty much just keeping a very open mind. I'm just gonna, you know, see what happens each day. But I'm also gonna have in the back of my mind, I'm going to several sales and it just has to be a good fit. Also, if it turns out we go to all these sales and we don't buy anything, that's okay too. I guess my thought is Arlo will eventually leave, right? And then of course we just sold the other horses like I talked about. So one other horse in the works would be good. And yeah, of course I'm gonna need something that's decent. I am trying to look for something, ma'am, don't eat the flowers. I am trying to look for something that's like kind of like either Fantasia or Tiana, or even maybe like Dodger, just maybe needs some miles, some work or something like that, but just like an overall good horse. Or I can get something that's kind of like ready. That's my goal, just because I'm really picking it up with the fillies right now. And I just want to focus on that, especially for winter. I really plan on working on Liberty and I don't want some major project because I have them too. So the projects are kind of on the back burner because I have 2 projects. So yeah, we'll see. I know I'm gonna fly. Let me just fly spray you real quick because, hi Penelope, what are you doing? Penelope, you want a tomato? You want a tomato? I'll get you one. Okay, hold on. Let me fly spray you in 1 second. I'm gonna grab a tomato for Penelope. I gotta rinse these out too from feeding. Our neighbors, or not our neighbors, one of my students brought these over and Penelope really likes them. Penelope, come here, baby. Got a tomato for you on treat? Come here. Ooh, look it. Is that yummy? Good girl. Okay. I got the fly spray. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of see what happens and go with the flow. What's gonna be really hard is if there's multiple horses I end up liking. It's not completely out of the question that we'd get 2. It's not really my goal, but pretty much over these next 2 weeks is when I'm going to all these sales, and there are several. And then after these 2 weeks, there's Mount Hope in October. So that's another, like one of my favorite sales. And then, yeah, we have Smoky Lane and everything, but in October. But other than that, there won't be anything other than some, you know, little holiday sales and stuff that we'll be going to. So it's kind of one of those things like, yeah, I guess if I do find 2, I find 2. I just don't necessarily want to do that. Horses aren't cheap right now. I'm not so worried about time and space because I have that figured out. But in terms of like just dropping that much money on something decent, but at the end of the day, I mean, you know, if I feel like that's what's gonna be best, then I'm not gonna miss an opportunity. All right, girl, we're heading on down. I think we're just gonna do some walk trot, a little bit of canter today, just keep it chill. She's been doing just awesome. I mean, she is the quietest young horse I've ever met. And I've really just enjoyed having her and working with her. And I think everybody's going to love her. She is amazing. And she's so unique and gorgeous. I didn't even realize how good this helmet matches this shirt. That is so cute. I love it. Okay, you ready? You gonna be a good girl today? Huh? You gonna be a good girl? You're so sweet. All right, Fantasia. Tighten my girth, stirrups adjusted. Let's go. Yeah, for the most part, she's just super quiet. You know, sometimes she just looks at things, you just talk to her. But overall, especially for her age, she is just chill, gentle, quiet. I think anyone could really ride her. I just think she's still, obviously, because she's young, just still needs somebody to give her that confidence. And she needs to get a little stronger and a little lighter. She is heavy on the forehand, which means she's heavy on her front end. And she, you know, will try to go to the middle of the arena and stuff if you don't steer her. So somebody who's not educated and utilizes their aids correctly, I could see her developing habits, just like literally any horse. Good girl. Very chill today. It's also gorgeous out. It's warm, but it's not that humid, and it's sunny, and it's just beautiful. We've had a little bit of a break from the heat, so that's been really nice. Yeah, I've been able to get a lot of riding in. That's the only part that I don't love about leaving, like to go to the sales, is the riding part of it. But that's okay, because it'll be worth it if we find, or even if we don't. I love going to the auctions. Like, I love it. It's absolutely addicting. Not just buying, just going to the sales. It's so fun, especially when they're decent sales and the horses look healthy and everything like that. Otherwise, it can be sad. But yeah, but everybody will stay on track. Fantasia will still get work. She'll get a lighter week. The fillies will have the week off, but everybody else will be on a good, busy schedule. Fall is going to be absolutely insane. I have something scheduled, I think, every single weekend until December. So I'm going really hard this fall with multiple things. But then winter, I decided I really am going to focus on a new business endeavor. I think that's going to be amazing. Similar to something I'm already doing, but it's going to be way higher end, and it's going to be extremely, good girl, that's just the mounting block. Good girl. It's going to be very beneficial for horses, and it's going to be extremely detailed. So I'm going to put all my effort into that research and development this winter, and also Liberty. Like, that is all I'm planning. That's it. I'm not going to book anything else. Of course, we're going to have the lesson program and stay busy with that, and probably just do a couple fun events with my students, and a couple sales. But honestly, yeah, I don't even know, like December, January, February, other than maybe a couple auctions and stuff like that, I am going to really buckle down and take it easy, but also focus on two major things at the same time. We're going to focus on neck reining today. Can we do it? Good girl. I know, I see it. It's okay. What's wrong? Girl. Good girl. It's okay. I know. Good. Nice job. Good girl. Doesn't love all the stuff. Good girl in the corner. Feeling good, girl. Getting the hang of things. Can you do a circle this way? Keep trotting. Just simple today. I've done some neck reining with her, but not a ton. So just seeing how she responds. Walk slow. Good. That was all vocal and seat. Good girl. So in terms of some ideas I have going to sales and what other people have said, I don't care about color, but honestly, if it was like a perfect horse and there were plenty of options, I would love a chunky bay, a palomino, a drafty sorrel, obviously an Appaloosa. I kind of low-key want a Gypsy Vanner again just because I feel featherless, but I would like one that's like 15 hands and up so it could carry most riders, all of that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but it's just going to be whatever horse I connect with, and that also checks all of our boxes. So she was fantastic. I'm going to untack her, rinse out the feed bins, and then I'm going to eat lunch. All right, she's back out. So training is done for the day. We also got to put a round bale out in a little while since we're leaving, so that'll go in the bale barn. Yeah. All right, I'm filling the trough up. Just rinsed all the feed bins out. Gonna dump those and stack them. Oops, got a kink here. There we go. You sitting on your chair? Hi. Yeah, so he's out right now because no one's around. You're gonna stay out for a few hours and I gotta put you back in, okay? You love your little chair, you little cutie. All right, I gotta get the vet. I gotta get a hold of the vet. I've been trying multiple times a day. We have a local one that's perfect for what he needs, but if not, I'm gonna start calling around today to others because that poor little eye. Oh, he's happy. I got a little fan on in here, some airflow. We're all good. All right, now we're gonna have a pole painting party because we have some jump stuff coming up. So we're gonna make these super cute. All right, it's going well and we're wrapping it up and we're gonna order some pizza. All right, so we gotta get the hay out. So we're putting out a round bale right now. Okay. So we're gonna put it in the bale barn and then we put it in this Hay Chick slow feed net. So we're waiting for the poles to dry right now. And then there's drill team tonight. And we gotta set up all those jumps because we have a jump clinic this weekend. Natalie's gonna run it. Crazy, crazy. Ow.
Hey, say goodbye. I don't even know what the song was on the camera.
Okay. Also, horse lovers, if you want to support Free Spirit Equestrian and everything we do, the way you can do that is to order something off the Spirited Horse Boutique. Today, I'm wearing my Navy Girl riding top and my Navy Swirl riding tights. They are so comfortable, so you can check that out. Links in the comments and the description. All right, horse lovers, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to take you on this auction tour. I will be keeping you updated every step of the way. I'm hoping that you're looking forward to it just as much as I am, so make sure you stay tuned. Turn those notifications on so you see the videos right when they come out. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel to help boost everything. And I'll see you next time, horse lovers. Thank you so much for watching.